My name is Akio Sakiodo.
Hey guys, this is Anto Lecky.
My name is Leo Bliss.
My name is Akava. I go by the name Baba D.
And you're tuned into Rapid TV. And I love Rapid TV.
Shout out
Rapid TV. Thank you, Rapid TV. Please keep watching
Rapid TV. This is Rapid TV.
Rapid TV.
Keep watching.
Keep it rev down.
Leave it like that.
Chineke ukwu ọ bụgo kere elu ka ala anyị na-atọrọ gị mma mma lekwe ndị bịara nga m ugbu a ọ bụ ndị nshi na Rapid telivishọn a bịara ka mụ na ụlọ abụ mkparịta ụka ka mụ na ụlọ abụ mkpa ife gbasara omenala madachi Chineke ukwu o jiri bịa na-ejiwala nna m chọ bịara nga m abịagbule m ya nga ịla mkpukpu apụla ya n'azụ ọ bụ ọjị na anyị na-eji anabata ọ bụkwa na ọjị la nna anyị njiri lụọ nwaanyị lụọ nne anyị ọ bụkwa na ya na njiri ga anabata we ọ bụkwa na ọjị la anyị na-eji anabata ọbịa ya ana m achị Chineke ukwu mkpa a bịaruwe ma enyewe ọjị aga wee ta ọjị tata mma anyị ga-eta ọjị tata udo anyị ga-eta ọjị tata ọganihu ọ ga-edoro Abia steeti mma ọ ga-edoro Naijiria mma n'aha nke nna na nke ọkpara na nke mmụọ nsọ amen.
Good morning, this is Eastern Circle on Rapid TV, reaching you live from our studio here in Umuahia, the capital of Abia, God's own state. And it's a Monday morning edition. And if you are seeing this, this is a reminder to stop procrastinating. Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. My name is Adeze Egwim, and as always, I have the company of Michael with me. Good morning, Michael.
A very good morning to you. I think I'm beginning to enjoy your Monday version. Like your Monday version is you usually wake up on the right side on a Monday morning to start motivating.
One thing about being a Nigerian, whether you wake up from the right or the wrong or left or right side of the bed, life goes on.
Okay. And by the way, good morning once again and welcome to Eastern Circle. My name is Michael Odem, and yes, we're reaching you from our Oma Hair Studios, and it's beautiful to be back here on a Monday morning. A lot happened over the weekend, part of which would be the people who got hooked in holy matrimony. A bunch of people got married, and yeah, I witnessed one myself, so I think it's a beautiful thing that we get to see love take place. And I also pray that actually the love we see over the weekends tend to stay and continue after the weekend, because what happens is that
just like the vows they take till death do us part.
Nah, that you'll be like say nah, till wahala do us part. So,
till I can't take it.
Yeah, till as much as I can take.
If I can't take it anymore, we'll go our separate
so
ways.
we don't want to see that happen. We want to see people who are able to stick to the love that they profess to each other. And in the light of that, actually, something I saw on social media quite a while ago, and it was about people who were supposed to be become a couple. All right, maybe they were supposed to get married. Yeah, so they have decided to get married. All right, and then something happened. The man had to call off the wedding.
Why?
What happened? So the lady received a gift of an iPhone, and couldn't reveal who it was coming from. So and the guy asked, "Who bought your iPhone?" Auntie did not agree to reveal the identity of the person.
Is it that it's actually someone that got the iPhone for Auntie, or Auntie got it for herself and doesn't want to?
It was okay. So now we don't know that. What we know is that it was revealed that someone got the phone, because she actually said someone got the phone, but the identity of the person she doesn't want to reveal.
It's her privacy, so she doesn't have to reveal it if she doesn't have to. I know men can be like that too.
Okay.
You don't have to know everything. If they tell you, don't worry, I have it, so you don't need to know who gave it to me. So I think the lady herself has the right not to disclose who gifted her an iPhone.
Are you serious right
yes,
now?
I'm very serious, Michael.
Are you serious right now?
Yes, she might have her reasons of not wanting to disclose it. So
Okay, she in as much as she would have her reasons, right? Let's agree she has her reasons. I mean, what reason could be reasonable enough to keep that sort of information from someone you're going to settle down with? Because what I see here is the fact that if you allow
start
that to
now
fester,
to keep things from.
what happens tomorrow? So I wouldn't feel safe. I can't feel safe. I understand. Maybe it's even a harmless gift. It could be a
Yes.
harmless gift. But the lady may have looked at it that, okay, if I review this one now, who knows? But we're getting married.
We're getting married actually, but the way you guys react towards certain things make ladies tend to keep things a lot to themselves. You might not be able to handle it, so she decides to
Okay.
keep it to
Now,
herself.
when you go to the comment section of that particular post, you find some interesting comments of people. One even said, today is iPhone. That's how the same person will gift her 3 children tomorrow, and then she will not see them, because the man may have considered quite a lot of things before taking that decision, because it's a lifetime decision, for crying out loud.
Mikey, for me, for you to have dated someone for God knows how long,
Yeah.
and come up with that decision of wanting to spend
To settle
forever with
down
that
with
person,
them.
that gift is not enough. It's not an enough reason for you to call off the wedding.
Okay, for you it's not enough
It's
reason.
not. It's not.
Okay, for me, I don't know. I haven't found myself in that situation. I hope I don't actually, but I think it's weighty. That's all I can say. It's a weighty allegation. It's a weighty, not an allegation, it's a weighty situation
It's a
for the
phone,
man
for
to
Christ's sake.
consider.
She might have gifted herself.
It's a phone, it's an iPhone, and then it's someone. Obviously, I know someone got you the gift, so somehow it sparks that suspicion. So why are you protecting the person? Is there something that you're not telling us about this person? Why is the person's identity so
And who
important?
said that iPhone cannot be a wedding gift from someone?
They have not wedded. They are
People
about
get
to
their
get married.
their gift before the
Okay,
wedding and after the wedding.
You know, the fact that she's not even giving this clear information shows that it kind of sparks the,
for
the
the
suspicion
guy
that
to
there
be
could be something
reacting
there.
this way for not getting this information, only God knows what he would do if she had spilled.
Right, which
Yes.
also could be the reason why
Why-
the lady decided to keep
definitely.
the. But I mean, it's neither here nor there. But I believe that really, if you plan to settle down with someone,
You should be able to.
things like this shouldn't be
shouldn't be a
something you
problem.
keep away from.
And if you
them.
know receiving that gift is going to cause a problem,
Why not
just
leave
let
it alone?
Exactly.
Because you're going to live with this person, not the stranger. So would you
Exactly.
rather please the stranger and then
displease
get
who
into
you have
trouble
in the
with someone
house?
you're settling down with? So it's a matter of what would you choose?
I agree with you,
You
Mikey.
see? Okay.
I
At
agree
least
with
thank God that we're on the same page. Okay, so that being said, we get into what we have for you today, this morning particularly. So beginning from here in Abia State, the Abia State governor says his administration has aligned with the federal government's renewed hope agenda, despite their party differences. And after that, we'll take a look at a sad situation right here in Abia State, where a motorcyclist has reportedly disappeared with 3 children whom he was supposed to take home after school. We'll talk about these stories shortly after the break. Don't go away.
Welcome back. This is still Eastern Circle on Rapid TV. The governor of Abia State, Alex Otti, has said that his administration has aligned with the federal government's renewed hope agenda in the health sector to achieve improved access to quality health care delivery in the state. Otti stated this while receiving the special advisor to the president on health, Dr. Salma Ibrahim, and her team, who were in Abia on an advocacy visit. He highlighted the shared objectives between Abia and the federal government, especially in the area of health, and emphasized the mutual drive towards a common purpose despite political differences. The Abia State. Okay, that's it. That's on that story. The Abia State government has this plan to work on improving the health sector of Abia State. And I think he has already started doing something with the appointment of Dr. Okwono as the Chief Medical Director of the Abia Specialist Hospital, which just underwent a lot of renovations and things like that. I really commend the governor. There is also a plan to make sure he revives the health centers in the 17 local government areas of Abia State, which would make it easier for those in the rural areas to be able to get health care and facilities easily. And that's not a bad idea, Michael.
Yeah, not a bad idea at all. Well, first of all, at least when he launched the first Abia Council on Health, that was towards the end of last year, it made a lot of sense. Like, trying to improve welfare packages for health workers so that we would have improved healthcare system. It's totally not a bad idea. Also, to try to kind of reduce the Japa syndrome in terms of seeking for health care. In fact, in one of those expressions, he said that at some point he wants to see an Abia where you have some serious health issues all around the country. You wouldn't have to. Some people from other parts of the country will have to travel back here to get health care, quality health care, and that's totally fantastic if you ask me. It's a noble idea. But in this situation, some people are looking at it also from the political angle, having to align with the federal government. I was just seeing a lot of talks about that. Meanwhile, I just want to touch a bit on it, because if we take a little bit back steps, we realize that the federal government came for the what's it called now? During the geometric, right, to commission geometric, all right, and then since that as well, we've been having some synergy between the federal and the state government, and now with this representative of the federal government, this happened a couple of days ago to come here to commend the work that he is doing in the healthcare delivery system. And there are talks and rumors from some quarters that it's either the federal government is wooing him to come over, or he's actually moving to the APC.
Michael, do you really think being partisan has anything to do with someone's willingness to provide those he is governing with the necessary amenities and things they need? If the governor wants to move over to any other political party, it's his choice. But what we as citizens want is, if you say you're going to do this, do it to the later. Provide your people with power, provide us with medical facilities, good roads, and all that. So if you want to keep jumping from one political party to the other,
my point exactly. People should let the government work, all right? Because I think where that is coming from is that we have lost it. We have lost it somehow in our reasoning in this country, where we feel that the government of the day should be uniform. The parties, there should be one party all over the place. Like the government, the federal government is APC, so every other government should be APC. We tend to have lost it in that regard, where we know that we could have party differences. And because of our individual ideologies, we might decide to align with a particular political party. But when it comes to governance, for instance, there is no partisanship, there is no personal ideology. It is the people's ideology that is most important. So whatever is going to take to give the people what they want, you should throw your party to the gutters and get in front of the job and roll down your sleeves, and then roll it up actually and then get to deliver, which is what I see. So if the government is having a good handshake with the federal government, I mean the state government for instance, having a good handshake with the federal government, it's a good thing, as it should be. State governments, which is different in terms of partisanship with the federal, shouldn't be having issues. All right, it shouldn't be that way. Whatever party that you belong at the state level should be able to work hand in glove with the federal government, for instance. So I see that happening quite a lot, and I say okay, because just like you rightly said, if tomorrow the governor decides to move to the APC, I won't be surprised and I won't judge. It's not my business, provided that the Abians get what is due to them.
Exactly.
We're fine. It doesn't matter. And that which also takes us back to what we were talking about, the healthcare delivery, for instance. So in as much as we have seen this healthcare council going on, and then he's been commended for what is going on, yes, we still want to see all of that play out properly, where it gets to the grassroots.
Yeah.
For instance, I feel like centers like FMC, for instance, I don't think we should have one in the state. This is my personal thoughts, actually, because that's the place where, apart from the other expensive private hospitals, that's the kind of place where you have the equipment for certain serious ailments. All right, maybe instead of saying you want to, except it might be more cost effective to say you want to equip every other, the primary healthcare system and all of that, which you should do actually, but there's a level to it when it comes to the Federal Medical Center. If we can have more than one in the state, because healthcare delivery, it's not supposed to be a luxury as we see it in this country. It's supposed to be one of the fundamental human rights, of course, that citizens are supposed to enjoy. So if the government, for instance, want to get it right in terms of health, it's down in those areas where the people have less resources and less access to some of these amenities. These are the places where you go to put these things, equip them, and then you get it right. Because most people in the urban areas can afford their healthcare services, right?
Yes, exactly.
So the government should pay more attention to those grassroots areas where it's difficult to access these things.
All right, moving on to the next story. The Abia State Police Command has said it is trailing the motorcyclist who disappeared with 3 siblings while conveying them home from school. The PPRO Maureen Chinaka told newsmen on Thursday that an investigation into the incident has commenced. She confirmed that the matter had been reported to the command and actions to rescue the victims were initiated. The children, she said, were returning from school when the incident occurred. According to a family source, the children had stopped over in their grandmother's house, who engaged the motorcyclist to take them home. Michael, number one, I'm going to blame the parents of these 3 children.
Yeah.
From the information, the first is 8 years, the second is 6, while the third is 4. Now, I don't see the reason why an 8-year-old child should be taking care of a 6 and a 4-year, to the extent of they coming or going to school on their own. This is not the first time this thing is happening in Abia State, especially in Umuahia. There was something that happened, that should be last year, while a tricycle, that was 4 kids from the same parents.
Yeah, correct.
And I don't know what a mother would be doing in the house that you can't take your children for school runs and go and pick them up after the close of school. I really don't know what a mother would be doing. In as much as you might have a lot to do, but your children should be a priority to you. They should be.
You know, thing is, when it comes to situations like this, like you rightly mentioned, that was another commercial tricyclist. Now this is a commercial motorcyclist, all right? One of the same thing. So you comfortably let your children, who are minors by the way, go to school on their own and then come back on their own, which is not even, I mean, they go on these journeys and then you don't know who takes them, who moves them around. And then we know that, yes, we have come to that time of the year or time of the world where security is everyone's business. I mean, you're supposed to be very careful. These are your children, for crying out loud. You just put them on a bike and then you forget about it. Even if you're going to be using a bike person, for instance, to do school runs, I should know the background of this bike person. I should know exactly, I should be able to know how to go about locating this person, if anything, if I need to, for instance. So you just put them on a bike and then that's it. So in terms of parenting, for instance, we've long time ago, I think we've lost it, all right? And sometimes we cannot entirely, I don't know, it's difficult for me to say I blame the parents, because most of these parents are just trying to make ends meet. So it becomes so important that you want to provide for the children that you also endanger them in the process without even knowing
Michael,
it.
I agree with you, but now that these kids are missing,
That's a bigger
ends that
problem.
she wants to meet, she's going to pause it to start looking for the whereabouts of this kid.
Exactly.
You just have to compromise.
You try
get
to
things
solve one
done.
problem, you make a mess of another, you create a bigger problem. That is what we are facing, which is why we keep talking about the parenting system in the country. We need to really revisit that, as every parent should rethink the way they go about the child care, the welfare of their children. You think it's normal. I mean, maybe we take it from our era. I mean, back then when we were quite young in the village, as little as we were, we would walk to school, trek distances with our slate boards to school,
The
and then back.
security wasn't as bad as what
My
it
point
is
exactly.
now.
So it wasn't this. It wasn't that bad actually. And then I don't know. We also had safety measures back then, and it's even safer that you're working on your own. At least you know how to address. Respond to strangers if anything wants to happen on the road. So we have safety measures, but then you know that you are responsible to an extent to your safety. So, but in this case, you just totally hand your children over to someone whom you can't account for. That's very dangerous. No parent should be doing that, because right now this is it. The other time in Port Harcourt, it was someone that came as because sometimes these kidnappers they plan these things very well.
They can actually
All
use
right?
someone
They
we
can.
teach the kids not
Definitely.
to talk to strangers. They can actually use the face of someone the kids know
exactly.
and take them out from
Now,
that place.
the case in Port Harcourt the other time was that a lady came to live in a compound as a tenant and tried to
part-time,
organize
to monitor
part-time tutorials for the children in the area. And that was how one of such tutorial days say, okay, let's go get books that we'll use for teaching. It carried about four or six children. And just like that, disappeared. And then months later, they are finding one of them in Lagos, other person in the other places, like in different places. But thank God some of them were actually found. So we need to be more careful with the way we let our children out to strangers, for instance. It doesn't matter if you want your children to have private tutors, you damn well employ them, and then you conduct an interview, you know who the person is.
Yes.
Back home, down home, all right. And then you want to do a school run without
run,
yourself,
yes.
your private vehicle or something like that. You damn well conduct an interview as well. You get backgrounds on the people. At least it doesn't solve the entire problem. We know that, but at least to a great extent,
At least as these kids are missing, you know where
it
to
gives
go
you a
look for
starting
this
point.
guy.
It gives you a starting point in the investigation. Even the police would have something to work with. Now you just tell them that someone, a random
rider.
bike person that you stopped to put them on a bike has disappeared with them. Where are they going to start from? It makes the whole investigation process even cumbersome and difficult. So seriously, as parents, we need to go back to the drawing board. Like seriously, you didn't. The problem is that these children didn't ask for this. You brought them into the world, all right? So you owe them that responsibility of preparing them, protecting them, and keeping them safe from all of this as much as you can.
I agree with Michael, and I pray that these kids are found with the help of the police authorities. And on that note, I think that's the size of a package today on Eastern Circle. Thank you for always joining Michael and I.
Yeah, actually, definitely before we go, I just wanted to take this moment to remind you that, of course, the Star is a singer's hunt. All right, it's almost coming to an end. Almost coming to an end, the conclusive end, and it's interesting because I think today, being Monday, we might have the last eviction stage, and then the grand finale will be taking place this Sunday here in the city of Umuahia on the 26th of this month. It's going to be interesting, right? So I'm actually personally looking forward to that. We've had a fantastic run. We've been entertained. We've been wowed as well. The difference between being entertained and being wowed. So we've had a mix of all of that, and then now we are ready to put a dot to the entire thing to say, okay, fine, we're going to crown the winner this Sunday. And of course, just keep your eyes peeled for that one, because we'll also be bringing you updates right here on Rapid TV, definitely. So, but for now, it's been a fantastic run. Thank you for joining us on today's Monday edition. Thank you as always. It's wonderful, all right? But do have yourself a beautiful and productive Monday, all right? Because we head back to Abuja now for the rest of Rapid Dawn.
Take care.
Good morning.